The goal of the photoreaction is to store energy. And we do that by storing sunlight energy in the bonds of two molecules, ATP and NADPH. As we talk about the photoreaction, pay attention to how these two molecules are formed. The first step in the photoreaction is the water-splitting photosystem. The photons in waves of sunlight hit the chlorophyll in the leaves. This causes electrons in the chlorophyll to enter an excited or high energy state. These excited electrons are transferred to the primary electron acceptor and passed along to the next step. But for chlorophyll to continue capturing energy from the sun, those electrons that were lost need to be replaced. The plant gets these replacement electrons by splitting water molecules. When water is split, we get electrons, which go to the chlorophyll, and we're left with some protons and an oxygen molecule. This is why oxygen is a byproduct of photosynthesis. Okay, so in that first step, we produced some high-energy electrons. Next, they enter the electron transport chain. In this step, the energy contained in those electrons is used to pump protons into the thylakoid. This creates a concentration gradient, which is a store of potential energy. A concentration gradient is when we have a high concentration of molecules or a charge on one side and a low concentration on the other. As these positively charged protons get crammed together in the thylakoid, they push against each other. Given the chance, they will try to get away from each other. A concentration gradient stores energy just like how holding a ball up in the air stores energy. Once the ball is released, or the protons move back across the thylakoid, that potential energy is transformed into kinetic energy and released. So the protons build up in the thylakoid, storing potential energy, and at some point they rush back out of the thylakoid. When they do this, they release energy that is used to add a phosphate group to ADP, making ATP. So now we have transformed that sunlight energy into potential energy stored in the bonds of ATP. Then, in the final steps of the photoreaction, we also create an energy-storing molecule called NADPH. This step starts similar to the first one, but now we are in a different photosystem. Electrons in the NADPH-producing photosystem are excited by the sunlight and transferred to the primary electron acceptor. Those electrons are going to go off to the next and final step. However, just like before, we need to replace those lost electrons. This time, we don't need to split more water molecules. Instead, we borrow some replacement electrons from that first electron transport chain. The high-energy electrons we produced in the NADPH-producing photosystem enter the second electron transport chain. They get added to a molecule called NADP+, turning it into NADPH. NADPH is known as a high-energy electron carrier because it can hold onto and carry those high-energy electrons.